So now I'm really going to be addressing our wealth engineers this evening, both new, middle, and old. Can we say young, middle-aged, and old? In other words, those who have been here for a long time, those who have been here for a medium length of time, those of you who have been here for just 5 minutes. I'm going to address all of you this evening. I'm going to tackle a topic I've had a number of people ask me to talk about. And so I thought, well, we're coming up at the end of the year now. This is a good time to get this practice right and ready for our start into 2022. And what it is our follow-up process. Follow-up is something that is absolutely critical, and as a result, like hard work, people run for the hills when they hear about it. I've interviewed many, many wealth engineers, and this is the single hardest thing for them to do. And it's not because the task is particularly complicated, it's because they're scared. It's just because they're scared, okay? And that's the thing that we're going to have to overcome. You'll remember when you started your career, wherever it was, you weren't any good at it. You were also afraid. Things seemed scary to you. But as time passed and practiced every day, it got easier and easier until you were an expert. And we have experts at this in this building and in our teams out there. But you're not an expert yet. And so that's what this evening is about. I want to give you a little bit of teaching on it so that you can become an expert and more successfully grow your channels with us. Faster, more stably, and better for the future. Follow-up is a critical component of what you do in connecting people to us. I'm going to look at two aspects. First of all, the follow-up of prospects, and the second one will be the follow-up of newly signed up wealth engineers. So I put a starter kit together for you guys, and you can use this kit henceforth. It will forever and perpetually be recorded on Facebook, so find it there. If you want to, take it from Facebook, snippet this piece out, chop it out, and keep it somewhere with you for the rest of your lives, okay? And you can hand it to the people that you sign up because it is very, very important. Right, let's look at following up on prospects. What's prospect? Prospect is somebody you would like to connect to our presentation. Not someone you're going to sell to, not someone you want to market to, none of that, because you don't do that with us. A prospect is simply someone you would like to connect to one of these presentations at DuPont. All right, why do we follow up with prospects? This is a critical question. People are like, I don't want to follow up. Why do I need to follow up? Okay, so let's answer the question. Why should we follow up with someone? So what is a follow-up? Let's just define that quickly. You've had a prospect. You've spoken to them briefly, maybe just planted the seed. And now you need to go back to them to complete that transaction. That's follow-up. Follow-up is the return. So everything I talk about this evening, you've already taken the first step. You've spoken to the person, maybe a short conversation, maybe a long conversation, but you've got to return to them now. Why do you have to return to people that you've spoken to? Well, first of all, because we don't want you to lose the lead. That person could potentially always be there, okay, for you. Why is that? Because when you talk to them and you follow up, you might be just planting the seed. They might not necessarily join. They'll have all sorts of excuses. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a Ponzi. These things never work. They never last. I've heard those ones. The products are rubbish, even though they're the same as everybody else's. You know, like there's always an excuse. The main reason, and I'm telling you this so that you don't get disheartened, okay, when someone gives you any excuse not to do DuPont, okay, firstly, it's not your fault, okay, it's their fault. Why is it their fault? Because they like traditional jobs. Why? Because they don't have to work. Remember, a traditional job, you don't have to work. All right? You just have to pitch. Some of you will say, but I worked so hard. Yes, you're part of the 0.5%. Okay? The other 99.5%, I know I met them during my career. They would pitch every day. I remember we had a family acquaintance who said to my dad when he was 21, I will be retired by the time I'm 50. And my dad said he spent the next 30 years watching this guy retire at 20. He went to work every day and kind of got pushed from department to department because nobody wanted him. And at 50, they retired him. But he had never worked from day to day. It's the vast majority of individuals. So when you come to them with something like DuPont and you say, I've got the solution for you, they go, no, thanks, I don't want to work. How they describe that to you is like this. It's a pyramid scheme. That's how they've described I don't want to work, okay? The other way is, Constantia, I think I've seen a complaint on Hello Peter about them. What they're saying to you is I don't want to work, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to translate every excuse you ever get about DuPont again into I don't want to work. Now that's okay. We don't expect everybody to do DuPont because you have to work. What we're looking for is what we estimate to be between 5 and 10% of the South African population. 5 and 10% will go, I want to work. Now, that's not an unusual number. That's actually quite high. Globally, it's less than 5 to 10%. It's generally around 2 to 3% of individuals in every economy that are willing to work. They get up in the morning driven. The other 97% get up because they have to. Okay? You don't have to disagree with me. Just Google it. Google's your friend. You'll find all these things. Economists write about it all the time. Okay? So, let's just plant the seed. Even if the guy doesn't want to work or the girl doesn't work, just plant the seed, okay? The follow-up just reinforces that planting of the seed. Their circumstances are going to change. You spoke to them today, and they said no. When you come back to them in a year's time, things are going to have changed badly. And all of a sudden, they're going to be willing. So we don't want you to lose the lead. Keep the follow-up. Is important to not lose it. And of course, it builds for you a pipeline. If you talk to any of our major wealth engineers, they'll tell you that it can take 8 to 10 touches of an individual before they sign up. Okay? But they don't mind because they're dealing with one person today and then a different person the next day and the next day, and the next day, and they go back to the first one again. And then the next one, and they go back to the first one again. And in time, there's this pipeline of people coming in. You've spoken to that one 10 times, he comes in. You've spoken to that one 6 times, he comes in. And you've got a pipeline of individuals coming in because you followed up with them. You return to them every now and then. Okay? Why are we doing this? Because we're building for the long term. Remember I said to you, this is a career shift. You're building for 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You're not building for 90 days. All right? Which means you want to keep that lead with you the whole time. When do you follow up? You follow up within 24 hours of the first time you speak to them. Remember this. As I said, edit this piece out and keep it with you. Rewatch it until you remember. Within 24 hours of talking to someone, you need to have followed up with them. Okay? You planted the seed, hit them again. All right? Within 24 hours, you want to connect them to something. We've got short videos, 2 minutes long. We've got medium length videos, 10 minutes long. You can go and see on your app in 3 languages. English, Afrikaans, and Zulu. You've got 3 10-minute videos that you can use. We're going to give you a 4th one before the end of the year. Okay? 10-minute videos. You can just watch this 6-minute video, this 8-minute video, this 9-minute video. Just watch this, okay? They've divided up, you'll know. One's for young people, one's for families, and one's for what Rob calls them mature adults. It's old people. Like we've got all of them, and then you've got the one of just the business model, okay? You've got them. Send them the right lead within 24 hours, okay? If they say, yes, okay, great, let's proceed. Bring them here, sign them up, whatever they ask for, send them another video, that's good. But if they say no, that's all right. Store it for later. You did your follow-up. You did your follow-up. This is not like every day you hit them. You spoke to them. Within 24 hours, you chatted to them again. The guy said, look, no thanks. No problem. You keep them in your list, and you move on. Okay? Within 6 months of that, so you don't hit them every 24 hours. You hit them once after 24 hours, and then you wait. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you contact them again. Once. Don't harass people. No, this is not one of those things. You contact them once, and you talk to them again. Hey, do you remember what I was talking about at DuPont? By then, you will have ranked up. You'll be earning a little bit of cash, maybe $2,000, maybe $3,000, maybe $10,000. I don't know how good you are. Maybe $100,000 if you're no good. Okay? You're earning some money. Now you can go back to them. Okay? And you can check their circumstances. So what's happened? Did you find a job? Did you get a promotion? Did you cancel DSTV and now have the 249 Rand? Okay? Change of circumstance. Did you do that after and within the first 6 months of talking to them? And then send them some testimony material. What is testimony material? Testimony is the story of others using the tool and succeeding. We have hundreds of those, okay? And we've only filmed like 0.5% of the people that have succeeded. Go and look on YouTube. There are thousands of testimonies or hundreds of testimonies. Go and look on our Facebook page. There's more there. Send them a video. Maybe it's you. You can tell them your story. I've been doing it for 6 months. Let me tell you, I'm earning $5,000 a month. I'm earning $3,000 a month. I'm earning $2,500 a month every month now with DuPont. Talk to them about stories of success with us after you've had that first contact. So first time, within 24 hours, you hit them. Then you don't touch them again for another 4, 5, 6 months. Then you hit them again. Okay. Then annually after that. Once a year after that. Not every day, like what's wrong with you? When are you signing up? Okay. Once a year. You drop in. You contact them once a year. And you chat to them and you say, listen, do you remember DuPont? I've been doing it for a year. Let me tell you my story. Let me tell you what's been going on. They've added more products. They've added more rewards. They've changed this. They've, whatever. New websites, things like that. How are the circumstances going? Did your mom find a job? Did your dad get retrenched? Circumstances change. Suddenly, they're interested in doing what they should have done in the first place with us. Okay, and then send them some more testimony material. And the whole year's gone. Hey, I went rank 9 this year. Look at the video Dew Point made of me rank 9. You sure you don't want to join? Don is here in the audience with us tonight. Every year, he comes away with us. I think it's his 6th trip away with us at the end of this year. 6 trips, hey? For 249 Rand a month. We're worth it, hey? 6 multi-100,000 Rand trips, and he takes a picture of the sea with his feet and the pool behind him with his head, and he sends it to a WhatsApp group with all the people who said no. And says, how are your circumstances this year? And you'll be surprised how circumstances change. So, you hit him after 24 hours, you hit them once again after 6 months, and then every year, once, you get a hold of them. And this builds a database. Now, you know how we're going to help you with this? We have, in our phone app, a prospect management tool. Absolutely incredible. It does all the work for you. Okay. Firstly, it helps you manage your prospects. You can actually put the people in. It keeps the list in alphabetical order. You can search them by a whole lot of different fields. You can put photos in, details about the individuals. What were their circumstances so you can remember? What did they say? Why did they say yes? What did you show them? How far through the process you got them? It's all in the app. It's all there for you, okay? You can set reminders for follow-ups in the app, so you don't even have to think about it. 24 hours, 6 months, 12 months, set it in the app, it'll ping you. And you go, oh, yes, I forgot about Peter. Let me call Peter again. It's been a year. I can talk in the app. It gives you this management tool. It's connected in the app with WhatsApp and telephone communication. So you can just click the button, WhatsApp the guy straight out. Your reminder comes up, you click WhatsApp, send him a message. Or you can dial him and speak to him directly, straight out of the app, okay? And for every prospect that you load into the app, you get 300 XP, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we don't market to these people. People are like, oh, Poppy! Oh, yeah, the ignorance speaking there. We don't send marketing. We do not send SMSs to people. We do not send emails. We do not cold call. There's no robo-calling out of Dew Point. We do none of that. These are your prospects. I don't touch them. Dew Point doesn't touch them. They're your prospects. If you don't follow up, toughies, someone else will somewhere else, but not Dew Point, okay? So you don't have to be afraid of putting their details in. This is your database. It's your pipeline that you're building, and our app does it for you. And you get 300 XP for every prospect you load. For every prospect that watches an introduction presentation, in other words, you take them from prospect to connected to us, you get another 500 XP. That's 800 XP per person. Per person. That you can put through, and it's all recorded automatically in our app for you. All right, so let's have a quick look. Those of you who've got the app, you'll know that it looks a little bit like this when you push the connect button at the bottom. You see the connect button at the bottom? When you click connect, it's going to give you new application or prospect. New application, the guy wants to sign up. I'm in. Make me a wealth engineer. You push the new application button. But we're talking prospects tonight. You're going to click the prospect. That takes you into your prospect manager where you can record all your people. How many of you got the book, with all the names and the numbers in the book? I've seen you. Yeah, come in here with the book, okay? And now what happens to the book? It gets rained on, it gets lost again, and all your prospects are gone. That will never happen. Even if you lose your phone, you just download the app on your new phone, log in, and your database is there. It's never ever lost again because we put it in. So put your book into the prospect list. I'm not going to touch it. I can't even see it. It's yours. It's yours in there. Okay. And then once you've clicked prospect, so once you click prospect, it's going to take you into the manager. You can add new prospects, you can search through them, and then there's a whole lot of functionality. There's an entire training video on the prospects video. I think it's under Getting Started XP 2.0, I think it's called. And in there it teaches you how to use the prospect manager. Okay, so use it and follow up. 24 hours, 6 months, annually, once each time. Now, the person has signed up. This is my favorite. They've been to the presentation, they've seen what we're trying to do, and they've gone, yes, I'm making the switch. I'm going to start being self-employed. I'm going to be responsible for my future. I'm going to be in control of creating wealth. Sign me up. So you sit down very excited. You sign the guy up, okay? And then what happens? All right, that's what we're going to talk about now. What happens after you've signed up a new wealth engineer into your team? All right. Firstly, let's ask the question, why? Why do we need to follow up with people who've been signed into the system? If Dew Point does all the training, provides them with all the tools, why do I have to follow up with them? Well, first of all, it's income retention. You want the guy to stay in your team. If he comes in and you don't love him, he's going to leave. All right? And then that 55 Rand or 110 Rand or 165 Rand, depending on how many products he took, that was coming in every month for you with DewPoint, vanishes. Okay? They don't pay, you don't earn. This is not a referral business. Okay? So you want to keep them in. So you've got to love them. Following up is love. We're going to talk about follow-up in a moment. Channel growth, if you're able to retain people in your team and not lose them, well, then your team is going to grow and your income is going to grow. So follow-up is critical. It creates confidence and success for you. The bigger your team gets, the more people are retained in your team, you get more confident. I can actually do this. Okay? Because in the beginning, you're going to suck. I'm telling you right now, you're going to sign up 5 people and 4.5 of them are going to walk away. The other guy will have died and left half his body here. Okay? That's how bad it's going to be when you start. Because this is not a 5-minute exercise. You're going to do it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. By the time you've done it really for 12 months, you're not having people drop off anymore because you're telling them properly what DewPoint is. You're expressing the vision correctly, but you were bad in the beginning, like you were at your job. Okay? So, as you retain people, your confidence grows and you become successful with the DewPoint system. So follow-up is critical for that. So what do we do? Right, on sign up. The guy has said yes, he's filled the application form out on your phone or on the website, right there. Now you hear me, Melissa, you listen to me. Huh? Right there. Those of you watching on the stream, just repeat the words right there. Not the next day. Yes, that's good. Not the next day, not a week from now. Right there. Okay? You make sure they download the app. What if they go, no, I don't have a smartphone? What do you do with somebody who says, I'm sorry, I don't have a smartphone? You don't sign them up. No. What are they going to do? How are they going to build a business? Can they build a business without a smartphone? No. Oh, people don't like it when I say that. Welcome to 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Not 1992. These days you can buy at Macro a smartphone for 268 Rand. I saw it today. On special. Smartphone, 268 Rand. No, I don't have the money. Cancel your DSTV. Don't tell me you don't have money. That's just not acceptable. Find it. Why? Because you don't have a future. If you can't find the 260 Rand to buy a cell phone, you can't do anything in South Africa. Okay? There is no hope. But look, we're looking for the 5 to 10%, aren't we? Okay? So you move on. The individual who's got the smartphone with you right there. You've signed him up right there. You say, come, download the app. You see it on his phone, and you make him open it right there. Okay? Only if you want to succeed. If you don't want to succeed, you don't have to do anything I tell you tonight. Okay? But if you want to succeed with us, right there you make him open the app. And what do you make him do once he's opened the app? You make him log in. You can't leave the person and hope they do this. You can't. On the night they sign up, you download the app and you log them in. Now they are in. There's no excuse. They can see everything they have. The next thing is you show them a few functions on the phone. I can't tell you how many nights I've stood here until 11:30 with somebody giving them the full tour of the app. What do you think happened to that individual? The next day they canceled. They were like, I am out of here. Okay? Here are the only things you show them on the night. The rest they will get to in time. It's not like secrets. We don't hide it. Okay? It'll come. But on the night that they sign up, you show them they need to activate the road assist. It's the first thing that pops up when they log in. If they don't have a car, you say skip. If they have a car, you log in. You go, done. Now there's roadside assist organized. Why? Because if they thought they got road assist and they break down and call in and they go, we don't have you on record, how do you think they're going to feel about staying in your team? Not very likely. Am I right? Okay, so we want them to stay in. If they've got a car, you log them in straight away. It's the first thing you see as you open the app. Then you show them the burger menu. Who knows what the burger menu is? There are 3 of you. Fantastic. We are succeeding hands down at DewPoint. The burger menu is the 3 white lines at the top. You know the 3 white lines? Okay, guys, please, you're killing me. Every app on earth has the 3 white lines. Every website has the 3 white lines. The 3 white lines is menu. Click the menu button. Okay, it's the only thing you're showing them. Road assist logged in, menu button, boom. Why? What do you find under the burger menu? You find their product. They go, no, you never sent me your policy documents. No, we did. We emailed it to you, but you haven't checked your Gmail in 10 years, so we also put it under the menu button. Here's your product documents. Here's your notices telling you about your product and your debit orders right there. That's what you show them on the night they sign up. Then you take a profile picture of them. How many of you have had your profile picture taken on your app? Now, 5 of you. Okay, we get in there. 5 out of 50. Excellent. All right. No. You've got to take your profile pic. You're going to show them how. If you don't know how to, before you leave this evening, come and talk to me at the front. I'll show you how to take your profile picture. And you want every new wealth engineer to take their profile picture in their app. It creates retention, excitement. It puts the roots in. Okay, on it. This is all you show them on the first night, okay? Then you show them where the training is. You see the tools button? Click. Getting started immediately opens. And you go, that's all. I want you to watch these videos. We'll talk about it tomorrow or whenever. Okay, that's it. That's all you show them. No, but Brendan, what about the dashboard? What about the live feed? What? No, later. Later. On the first night, activate burger menu for their product, profile picture for your records, and training. That's all you show them. Okay, 2 minutes and you're done with every individual. Add the new wealth engineer then into your general communications. You've got WhatsApp groups. Some of you have got Instagram groups and Facebook groups. Put them in. Put them in. You're going to have a general team group where you'll communicate on a daily basis with them, etc., etc. Chuck them in there. Great. That all happens on sign-up. It doesn't happen later. You do it on sign-up right then. What not to do on sign-up? Brace yourselves. Okay? Because you guys are going to go, but that's what I do. Forget to download the app. Don't do that. You're going to lose the guy instantly. At the moment they sign up, download the app. Forget to plug them into the getting started. You forget to show them where the getting started section is. You're going to lose them. Okay? Overload them with information. This is my favorite one. I mean, you're already feeling overloaded tonight, but don't worry. They're going to take you outside and give you an hour and a half version of this. Okay? All right? Show them the whole app in one go. The app is huge. It is single-handedly the most powerful app in the country today. I'm not lying. That's what tech guys are talking about DewPoint's app. We have spent tens of millions on our app. There isn't another app. Even the banking apps are not as sophisticated as ours. Okay? As I said, you're not mucking around when you come to DewPoint. All right? You can't give them the whole app in one go. It's going to kill them. Book them in for every DewPoint event going forward. You're in. Excellent. We meet 5 times a week. You know, you can't do it. I saw a WhatsApp once where it said there's 11 meetings this week. I was like, oh, I put it in my next training. I was like, no. You cannot go to someone and say, right, you need to meet with us now. You've got a job and you've got a family, but I need to see you here 11 times a week. You can't do that. You can't do that. Don't do that. You notice my list didn't include booking them into an event. Did you notice that on the follow-up? There's no booking them in for an event. Give them a list of 20 videos they need to watch. Here is the 2 A4 pages with every video I want you watching over the next week. Okay? Don't do that. Plug them into the getting started. Tools, getting started. Go watch those 5 videos. We'll see you later. Okay? That's what you do with them. Redo the whole intro presentation, but in your style. What did I say you don't have to do at DewPoint? You don't have to sell. You don't have to market. You're not referring. And you are definitely not presenting. You're not presenting. This is not one of those things that sells milkshakes and pills and products. It's not. It's not one of those things. You do not present. You simply plug them into us. We do the work for you. We do the work for you. Okay? Don't redo it. Place on them huge expectations. I have seen this happen in front of my eyes outside here and elsewhere in boardrooms and stuff where I say to people where the guy goes, you are in. You are my next rank 9. You are my next rank 9. I want to go on the Champions Challenge and I've got 2 months left. You're going to get me there. I have seen that conversation happen outside the doors. Don't do that to the poor sod. He still realized he's just made a career change. Let it sink in a little bit before you tell him, right, I need you CEO in 6 months. You know, give the guy a chance. Set unrealistic targets for them. You know, I need 100 this week. I mean, I've had people say, no, not 5, not 3. I want 30 from you this month. You know, just don't be unrealistic with them. Demand they come to the office to meet the CEO. I always enjoy that. People go, no, I'm not doing this until I've met the CEO. Do you use Google, guys? Any of you meet the CEO of Google? No. Why do you use Google? Any of you use WhatsApp around here? How many of you have met the CEO of WhatsApp? No. Okay, so why are you going to demand the guy drives out from Mpumalanga to Bryanston to meet the CEO? You can't do that to the guy, and vice versa. You shouldn't be making your decision about DewPoint because you haven't met me or seen the office. That's just nonsense, all right? Ask them when they'll have their first prospect ready for you to meet. Right, it's 10 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You're your first guy. Yeah, I want to see it. I have seen that here happen right here. Don't do this to people. These are not things you do. Now, okay, so that's sign up. What are we going to do? Download the app, log them in, show them 4 things. Just get Road Assist done, burger menu, training. Profile pic, training. Good, that's all you do on sign up. Now, within the next 2 days, all right, not after 2 days, within the next 2 days, you're going to follow up with them by just making verbal contact. Don't send them a WhatsApp and say, how are things going? You're going to dial them. You're going to dial them, and you're going to speak to them and say, hey, congratulations. Did you watch the Getting Started section? How are you feeling about DewPoint now that the head rush is over? Okay? And Brendan's not shouting at you. How are you feeling now that you've settled in? Okay? Gauge if they're in or out. The fact that they signed up does not mean they're in. It just means that I was amazing at my presentation. Okay? That's all it means. If they are out, then go, that's fine. That's fine. Send them or remind them to go and watch their product video. We do a full product video. It's on our website for every product. So that the product they've selected, they fall in love with. They don't have to do the scary bit of connecting people to us and all that jazz. But they at least fall in love with our incredible products and they stick around forever. Why? Do you get paid for them building or do you get paid for them paying? That's right. So maybe they don't build. Doesn't matter. If they pay for their product, you get paid. So send them the product video and say, love you, chat to you later, goodbye. Okay. If they're in, well, now it's a whole new story. The guy's like, yeah, I'm amped. Let's get going. I watched the training. I want to do this. So no problem. Invite them to a DewPoint event. Not all of them. Just, hey, Tuesday night next week, why don't we meet at the office? Come and meet Brendan. Come and sit in the studio. Watch how they do the broadcast. Bring a guest if you can, but don't stress. Just come and see. Okay? See how you're not frightening the hell out of them on day one, okay? Schedule a face-to-face meeting with them. You can do it via WhatsApp video or Zoom call, or you can meet them physically, whatever you feel comfortable with, but eyeball them. Sit down, eyeball them, and talk to them about what their next steps are. All right, how are we going to go next? We need to start connecting a few people. Who do you want to try with? Let's try with your brother. Let's try with your friend. Let's try with your sister. Come, let's get going on that. Send them their product video as well. We want them to fall in love with the product video. How do you send it to them? Just send them the link from the website or say to them, hey, jump onto the website. You took Access Wealth. Go and watch the Access Wealth video. And the reason we do that is because we'll send them the full product document. But how many of you in this room have read the full product document? Yeah, 3 again. Okay, you can see the raging success. 3 out of 50, 5 out of 50. Nobody reads their policy documents. But I made a 6-minute video on your Access Wealth. Go watch the 6 minutes. It's entertaining and you'll know all the key things and you'll fall in love with the product, okay? So even if they say no, you send them the video. If they say yes, you send them the video or you send them to the video. And then recommend that they watch your favorite DewPoint video. Now you can start saying, hey man, these are my 3 favorite presentations. These are my 3 favorite training. Go watch these as well. Okay, that happens when? Within 48 hours of you signing them up. You cannot leave them. Why? Let's say, what not to do within 48 hours. This is the most popular one. Completely ignore them and hope for the best. This has happened. This person has trusted you. They've come to one of our events or they've watched one of our videos. They've signed up and found that you've blocked them on WhatsApp and unfriended them on Facebook. Why did you do that? When I've interviewed wealth engineers, they've told me because they're terrified that if they speak to them again, they'll cancel their product. Do you know what they do? They cancel their product. Because you blocked them. You're not talking to them. You're not communicating. And they've now gone, hang on, I trusted you. I was joining your team. And you don't want to talk to me anymore. You don't want to help me. You don't want to get involved with me. Okay? This is very common. You'll see. You're going to fight for a guy for a year. And after a year, he's going to sign up. And you're going to be like, I am not touching this oak in case he falls out. Okay? And that's the wrong approach. Within 48 hours, you've got to make contact. Call them every 5 minutes, asking them when they're going to start. This is the other thing that I see. So the one, I see them ignored, and the other is that I see people calling them. Hey, you signed up last night. When are we going to see your prospects? When are we going to see your prospects? At lunchtime. When are we going to see your prospects? 5 o'clock. When are we going to see your prospects? And what do you think this person's going to do? They're going to be out of here. Okay? You don't do that within 48 hours. You don't jump all over them every 5 minutes. Demand that they explain to you why they are not going to build. I signed you up. Why haven't you got a prospect for me yet? What are you mad? Have you not seen DewPoint? Do you not understand it? So easy, Tiger. Give them a chance, okay? Spend an hour reconvincing them that DewPoint is right for them, okay? No. If the person is not interested, they're not interested. Send them the product video and move on. Move on. Get angry. I hate you. You were the last person I needed for me to get the wealth quest, and now you have dropped me. And then the anger then goes to phase 2, which is the get disappointed. I quit. Peter let me down. I quit. There's a couple of you here who've been through that process. You've put 5 or 10 people in, and 5 or 10 people have cancelled, and you've gone, I quit. You can't do that. People are going to let you down. People are going to lapse. People are going to cancel. I'm telling you now, get it into your perspective. It's part of the process. We're looking for our 5 to 10%. Okay, after 48 hours. So you're going to hit them immediately when they sign up. Within 48 hours, you're going to talk to them. What do you do after 48 hours? Nothing. Nothing. Following up at DewPoint is super simple. You don't have to be their broker. You don't have to be their admin manager. Nothing. You spoke to them when you signed them up. You got them tooled up and in the training. And 48 hours, you connected. They were either in or they were out. Okay? After that, you do nothing. Why? Because if you found your 5 to 10%, they will do it for you. They will do it for you. They will communicate with you. They'll call you. I've got my first guy. Come and help me. And you're like, I'm there. Okay? They will follow everything you put on your general communication group. Do you remember on the night you signed them up, you put them in your WhatsApp group. When you say, hey guys, we're going to do training on Friday, they're there. They're there. You do not need to harass them, okay? They are going to attend the meetings that you set up, that we set up. They'll be there. They're going to watch the training and ask you questions, okay? And they're going to grow your channel. You didn't have to harass them. You didn't have to jump on them. You didn't have to do anything. The ones that you harassed and jumped on, they were never going to do it for you. They were going to just make you super, super sad. This is not like all the other things you have done, guys. This is not like that. This is super simple. We are looking for people who want a career shift. They want control. They want certainty. Those people will not require your attention. They'll be in your team, and they'll build your team for you. All right. If you do not have a builder, there's nothing you can do. But like Marsha Fari says, Marsha's one of our rank 11s. She's got her own car from us, etc., etc. She said, just love them. Just love them. They're in. They're paying for their product. We love you. We love you. Pay your 55, 60, or 55, 110, 165 a month. We love you. And that's it. You let them go. They're on your general communication group. They know what you're doing. They don't need you to harass them. And so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 things you got to do to follow up at DewPoint. Your task is not to sell. It's not to present. It's not to talk about our products. Your task is simply to connect people to us. And once you've connected with us, follow up in the first 48 hours. And then let them go. You've plugged them in. I always say, connect them and then plug them in. Once you've connected them, make sure they've got the app. They know where the training is. And you followed up with them to see if they're in and out, in or out. If they're in, great. If they're out, love them.